Hello friends, my name is Jessie Terrian. I'm an independent demonstrator with the company Stampin Up. I'm located in sunny Las Vegas, and in my craft room we do all things paper craft. This is one of our weekly card making lives. If you are joining me from YouTube, welcome. I am so happy to have you. I'm glad you found me. Do all the YouTubey things. Please leave me a comment. I'm very lonely over there. And today we are going to be learning how to make a starburst with paper. So I'm going to give it just a few minutes for my besties to find me. And I just found myself, which is phenomenal. We're off to a great start. Who is on? Shout out when you get here. Hi Cheryl, how you doing? How's it going? I am doing okay. All right, so last night I'm in bed and I'm looking at my phone. My head's under the covers. I got my headphones in, you know, the whole drill. And I'm scrolling and I see this advertisement for Welly Belly collagen drink additive that's supposed to like help with all these things. And I was like, you know, I really want that. I think I'm gonna order that. So I go to like hit it to order. The phone falls out of my hand, smashes me in the nose. I put a lot of makeup on, but I have like a clear bruise line, you know. So we're not gonna talk about it. Hopefully it doesn't show up on camera. I don't think I can see it. I don't know. My eyes are a little puffy, but we just won't talk about it. Hi Mom, how you doing? Hi Sherry, welcome in. You guys are on it today. You know, if I wasn't doing something stupid, I just wouldn't be doing something. This is what I got. I don't know. I do these things and I'm like, did I need that crap? No. I don't know. It's a mess. So anyway, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. All right, so I have a pretty card for us today. You saw a sneak peek of this. It is our Sunday's card challenge for the week, our card template layout, whatever you want to call it. I see people do Starburst all the time, and I always was like, ooh, diagonal cuts are hard for me. It's hard to keep it symmetrical. I can get very frustrated very quickly. And I was like, you know what? We're going to conquer it, because that's what I've been doing lately. I've been seeing things and going, there's got to be an easier way, friends. We can do this. So I found two ways to do it that I figured out. Both are successful. And I have a question for you. And I want you to really think about this and throw it in the comments, okay? What kind of a crafter are you? There's two types. One, where you're very organic and you just go with the flow, no measurements needed, easy breezy. You're just going to jump right in and see what you got. I think we all know who I am. And then we have crafters who are very mathematically minded. They need things to be very symmetrical in their card making. They need measurements. Is this ringing any bells for you guys? And they need things to be even and precise. So which side of the spectrum do you fall? Bless you. Sorry, James sneezed. Are you a math genius, we'll say, a measurement guru, if you will, or kind of more loosey-goosey, wavy gravy, just goes with the flow? Which side of the spectrum are you? Do you need those measurements? I'm going to demonstrate this both ways, and believe it or not, both ways were successful for me, but one I just prefer because I don't have to fiddle with it, I guess. Okay? So this is my story. This is what I'm telling you today. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Are you excited about this? All right, let's see. Filtering through the chat. Hi, Tammy. How you doing? Okay. I think enough of us are on. I'm going to get started. Say hello to everybody when they're coming in late. And let's get this show on the road. Okay, if you get seasick, close your eyes. All right, there we go. I'm not going to fiddle with it. It's a little in the cradle, a little cattywump. We'll be all right. Okay. Let me see here. I think this is what I need to do. We don't know. Okay. So here's our card. I didn't really do much on the inside. But this is what we're working on today. This Starburst. Like I said, I have two ways to demonstrate this. The first way, we're going to do the measurement style, okay? So if you are a lady that needs measurements, this is the way you're going to do it. You could do this with any rectangle. I have a 3" by 4 3/4 piece of paper, okay? I'm using my glass mat. If you don't have one, you could totally do this with a ruler. The first thing you're going to do, and I'm going to use a pen. Don't use a pen, use a pencil, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. You're going to find the middle, right? So count your squares if you're doing it, or use your ruler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, what am I doing? I'm trying to draw on the mat. Okay, so there is your midway point. I'm going to check it. So it would be 2. It's more. 2 and then 1 inch, 2 inch. It's more here. Midway point, very important. Double check your measurements, friends. Okay, so there we go. Let me get it back in the box. Now, all you have to do at this point is start counting your little boxes and keeping them even. So I'm going to do 3 boxes and make a tick mark. 1, 2, 3, tick mark. 1, 2, 3, tick mark. Now, if I go 3, we're at the corner. I don't want to be at the corner, so I'm going to ignore this one, and I'm going to go 3 across, tick mark. 1, 2, 3, tick mark. 1, 2, 3, tick mark. See what I'm doing? 1, 2, 3, tick mark. 1, 2, 3, tick mark. 1, 2, 3. Now, because mine is, it would be better if you did it like 4.5, okay? But we're going to go with it. I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, tick mark, and I'm just going to repeat this process. 1, 2, 3, tick mark. 1, 2, 3, tick mark. Okay? We have all our tick marks. Now at this point, this looks like a Hot Mess Express. I'm going to show you how to do it. And this is something that we do all the time. I want to be over here. I still want to make sure that you can see me, but we need this space right here. Yeah, we're good. Okay. You're going to line up in your cut canal with that middle tick mark, always. Okay? And then you're just going to line up and cut. How easy is that? We do it all the time for diagonals. Now, this is the most important thing I will tell you about this process. I really feel this. When you're cutting it, lay it out. Keep it organized. If you don't, you're going to be playing a paper jigsaw puzzle. Nobody has time for that. It's time consuming, it's annoying, nobody likes it. So make sure that every piece you take off, you just lay down in the order that you cut it. And you can go pretty fast with this. I'm taking my time because I want you to understand what I'm telling you, but you know, it goes pretty quickly. There's the corner. Okay? Look at how easy that is. Now we're turning the bend with our paper. Sorry, I'm starting to shake. I don't know why. I get nervous. I cut my midway point. That's kind of important. I'm going to talk about that later. Remind me, okay? Here we go. Boop. And you're just turning that paper, keeping your midway point in the cut canal. Like so. And dun 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 dun. What do you guys think? Starburst cut so easy, so quickly. Boom. Mat that down, move on with your life. Super easy. That's how you do it using measurements, okay? Now I'm going to show you, I feel it's easier way, but you do you. And we're going to do it with 2 pieces of paper this time because I want to alternate my colors, my color stripes. So I have 2 pieces of paper, same measurements. You're going to stack them. Choose what sides of paper you want upright, okay? Because if you were to cut them like this, you'd have to flip the whole thing when you glued it down. But if you did this and you tried to flip these, you know, to use the back of the paper, they're not going to line up properly. So I want to use my yellow and my blue. I'm going to put them together. And I'm going to, again, do this in half. I'm going to cut through the whole paper. So if it's 2 3/4, that's 1. I know I have to do it in reverse. Isn't that weird? 3, 4. Okay. So there's the middle. It helped me tremendously to establish my middle cut first. Because when I did that, it made everything else symmetrical. Your eye kind of just goes, and it just worked for me. I worked in smaller sections and mirrored it. Okay, so for me, number 1, cut the piece in half. I'm going to put this piece aside, and we're going to start with this piece. So that's the first rule of this no measurement kind of thing. Cut your rectangle in half, work in sections, okay? Making sure that the middle is always going to be your start point for your cut. Rule number 2, keep the paper sections organized. We did that in the other technique. As you're cutting, you're going to be rebuilding over here on your sidebar. Step number 3, rule number 3, whatever you want to say, have an even number of cuts through your paper. So if you have 4 cuts over here, you're going to have 4 cuts over here, or 3 and 3. Try to keep them even. That will help the brain go, oh, that all lines up, it checks out. And then rule number 4. Oh, actually, that was the first rule. I said, make sure you line your paper up the way you want to see it, okay? So we're going to start again. We're going to go to that middle center corner. And I'm just going to take a wedge out, okay? Take your time with this. It's not a race. And I'd like to keep my papers together and lay them down, okay? Now I'm going to turn it. And I'm going to do less cuts for this one. I'm going to do like 4, okay, instead of 5 like the other. There you go. And we're rebuilding our paper over here. Now, I don't want to cut the corner, so I'm going to pull it and cut about there. And then this last one, I think we're just going to keep it. Okay, so there's the first half of my paper, all cut. Now we're going to redo the process kind of in reverse. Are my wedges going to be symmetrical? Not really. But it's going to be okay because you have that center fault line. Everything's going to line up and the eye's not really going to notice it, I feel. You can sink your blade if you want to. Okay, I'm going to go over that corner. And I'm going to make my last cut. Put the corner of the paper and then the edge. Now, all right, it works for me. I actually flipped my paper in the process, but it all lined out. So these are actually the bottom. But it's going to work out. It'll be fine. We'll work it out on the mat. Okay, so does anyone have any questions? Does that seem pretty easy and doable? And which way do you like better, measurements or no? Hi, Karen. How you doing? Hi, Terry. How are you? All right, let's see. Good, I'm glad it makes it easier. I'm into cracking these codes, ladies. All right, so here is my mat for the front of that card. And here's another thing. When you're putting the Starburst on here, normally when I'm working with something like this, I say do the ends and then work towards the middle. Not in the Starburst case, because what I ended up happening here, I left gaps in between my paper, and when I had measured my materials, I just did 1/4 of an inch difference. So I ended up with extra DSP hanging off my mat. I just went ahead and I trimmed that off. And it still looks symmetrical, and I'm sure you didn't notice it until I pointed it out. Okay, because the fault line's there and everything, you know, looks like it's in the place it's supposed to be. So we're going to start on one end. I'm going to see something. I'm nervous to change my direction. So I just want to check things. You ever do that? No, I think it's going to be okay. Because we're over here. I'm totally flipping things. Don't pay attention to me right now is what I'm saying. Yeah, we're fine. It's all laid out fine. I just want to make sure because I got nervous. It's okay. It happens, besties. We'll be all right. Okay, here we go. Let me grab some glue. And I'm going to be alternating. I'm going to be alternating the colors. So, hold on, I didn't prime my glue. Let me grab my pan pick. I'll fix that in a jiffy. It's started. So I'm going to start in the corner. I'm going to leave a little bit of a border. Try to get it straight. The great thing about paper, okay, I have to leave it, it like stuck. The great thing about paper crafting is that it's very forgiving. And you can make adjustments, right? So we're going to take the next one. I am going to leave a little bit of my mat showing. My glue is crazy today, guys. It's fine. All right. Now, we know that this is the corner piece. So make sure that it is nestled in that corner. That's another way to keep everything kind of symmetrical and looking like you meant to do it. You know what I mean? I'm going to take this piece. I'm going to give it a little bit of a gap. Try to keep your papers lined up as best you can. Kind of straight. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Now we've got the corner. Okay, I could have actually pushed that over some. You could lay it out before you glue it down, and then you could play with it a little bit more. Since I've glued it, I'm just going to leave it. So what do we think? Are you excited to try this now? Have I cracked the code on Starbursts? Hopefully I have. I feel like I have. This whole time I was like, oh, that is not for me. It's too hard, you know? But you just gotta be working it. Okay. Now, as you can see, some of mine are a little bit wonky. They're not spaced as perfectly as on this one. That's okay, because I was yakking my jaws and, you know, I get all excited when I get on here. But you really aren't going to notice that. Someone is not going to notice that. So let's put our card together. And I will show you if these are a little bit haphazard like mine are. We're going to hide that. So nobody's going to know, friends. We're going to take our A2 card base. Give that a good press down. And we're going to glue this right down. And for this card design, I'm doing it to the side, but when you design your cards with a Starburst, you might have a completely different orientation. You might use a square. It will work the same. Just make sure you find that middle line and go to town. Okay, so I cut a little flower out here. I'm just going to glue that right down. Now in doing that, kind of takes the notice off of what's going on there, right? Because you're looking at the flower, you're looking at the sentiment that we're about to put on, right? So it's a little bit of the Wizard of Oz, you know? Don't look behind the curtain, just accept it for what it is. There you go, that's what it is. And I'm just going to take a little thank you. So how is everybody's week going? Are you guys doing phenomenal? Are you thriving? I'm doing pretty good. I've been cleaning my house and redecorating for this summer. So that is what I've been doing. And breaking my nose with a darn phone. It's not broken, it's just bruised. I tell you. Okay, so I'm just going to put my little sentiment on there. I popped it up. We'll bling it out. And bada bing, bada boom. Starburst card made easy. Get some pretty Johns on there. Oh, jeez. Okay. I was like, oh, there it was. I was like, am I going crazy? I know I'm picking them up. Where are they going? And now I put it somewhere I didn't want it. Okay. I'm going to put this one up here. There we go. See, this is very organic. I think we need to keep it. Put a little one here. We're just going to go to town with them. Done. How stinking easy is that? So when you make these, please post them. It looks intricate, Tammy, but you saw how easy it was. So these ladies that come on here and they have all their fancy cards, I'm just realizing it's not that darn hard. It's like we just have to wrap our brain around how they're tricking us. I feel like. Not that they're, you know, they're good people. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, don't go for that. I'm just saying, like, it's not as hard. My brain looks at it and goes, oh my gosh, it's too technical. I can't do it. But then when I start playing with the paper and kind of come up with these little cheats for myself, I go, oh, that was too easy. You know? What was I fussing about, guys? We don't know. We don't know what I was fussing about. I just was. I'm just playing now. What am I doing? Like that.
We don't know why. I'm just doing it. So, that is my story for today. I have no idea what I'm going to do Friday, and let me explain why. It's Friday the 13th. We need to do something spooky because that's my spirit animal, okay? But I ordered the new pre-order stuff, and it's not supposed to come in until Friday, but I'm not really sure, like, when Friday? You know what I'm saying? So my hope of all hopes is that it's going to come in early and that we're going to be able to do one of the new Halloween ones. But if not, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a seance. No, I'm just kidding. It'll be something crafty. I just don't know what, okay? There we go. Very fancy. So, yeah, that is the plan. And, thank you, Tammy. I try. So, let me flip up. We'll chit chat for a minute. Wow, that went fast too. All right, so if you have any good ideas for what I should do on this Friday the 13th, let me know. I don't know. One of my friends, I don't know if Jamie's going to be able to make it. I don't know where she's going to be in the country, if she's traveling or if she's back by then, but I know that Alexis and I are going to probably go live on TikTok with our ghost hunting stuff, but I don't know. I wanted something cool. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll put the big ladder up and I'll just sit under it and be like, could be lucky or unlucky. We're going to see. No. I don't know. Maybe I should get a black kitten. My gosh, James would kill me. There's too much fluffle in the house. I can't get any more animals right now. But I'll figure it out. So, there we go. Right? I know. I'm telling you, Friday the 13th is lucky for me. I feel like it's lucky. My group feels like it's lucky. My best friend, Kate, had both of her children on a 13th. Not Friday the 13th, but just a 13th. Alexis was born on 13th. And she celebrated her 13th birthday on Friday the 13th. So that's pretty cool. But it just, yeah, I don't know. It's lucky for me. Some people, it's like, not lucky. I'm just saying, if the chance arose, I would go to the casino and play a 20 and feel successful. You know what I mean? Like I was going to be successful, but, so does everybody else. So there you go. But tomorrow, Mom and I are doing our B&B. We're going to breakfast and bingo. It's just that time. My daughters are getting lonely. Have to spend some time with them. So wish us luck, okay? Send all the Friday the 13th good luck vibes tomorrow. Because I don't know why, I just like Thursday for bingo. Thursday is bingo. If you have a local bingo, I suggest you go tomorrow. I'm just saying. Cheryl, do you hear me? Call your girls. Go. So, all right, I'm going to stop being weird now. I'm going to get off of here. We're going to blame the injury. I don't know. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I will see you in the comments and on Friday. Mwah. Bye.